Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, first off, a lot has happened overnight. Bitcoin has ran down all the way to like 18 some K, and now we are back to 21.3K, looking like we are going to be targeting a nice little demand zone around 23K. After that, we definitely will watch to see if we do make new lower lows. To me, I think that we've already seen our low. I think that, the amount of days is very similar to the past bear markets, and it could be an uphill battle from here. And I think that that is something remarkable. I think that when we really kind of look at the altcoin market right now, there's a lot of stupid pumps going on. Like Terra Luna is doing insane moves right now. It's insane. And also most of the other markets or tokens in the altcoin market is doing some nice runs. So when we really kind of look at this market right now, do I think that the lows could be, in fully? 100%. But I still do have stables on the sideline. I'm not buying into anything right now currently. I will be looking to see if we do see a nice little pullback to a demand zone after we hit the 23K area. If we do continue to break up from there, some nice targets are like the 28K region, which I've been, really kind of addressing going back to August as well. I've been saying, I'm looking to see if we could retest the 28K region and break over it. That is substantial resistance. So that is what I'm watching right now on Bitcoin, but I definitely am watching the altcoin market a little bit more right now, as we have been seeing a lot of nice moves within the altcoin market. But currently, we are seeing Bitcoin dominance rising, which is a little bit alarming because what we do see after that is if Bitcoin does have a strong pullback, we will see altcoins get a little bit more hurt this time around. But what we have been watching as well is how much Bitcoin is being moved off of exchanges. Over 19,000 Bitcoin worth $396 million has been taken off exchanges in the last 30 days. So we are seeing, a lot of buying happening around Bitcoin. Also, talking about that, when we really kind of look at Bitcoin being moved off of exchanges, it just means that people are buying and then sending it to cold storage or sending it to a wallet of their choice. To me, it doesn't mean that there's not, selling happening either. Trust me, there's always going to be a buyer whenever there is a seller. But, I think lately, we have been seeing a lot more buying than selling in this market. I think that selling has been exhausted for the most part. We still have to watch closely what happens within the fall timeframe. We still have a few more, I would say weeks to months ahead before we can solidify us, fully bottoming out. And now we are ready to, see fireworks. But I do think that going forward, I'm very, very excited, and I'm prepared for either way the market goes, up or down. It does not matter, and I do think that this is the best way anyone can really kind of be positioned as well, being positioned in your long-term holds, but also, watching to see if we do see a pullback and having a nice little stable coin, portfolio as well. And again, we did see the UK Economic Secretary says they want to become the country of choice for those looking to innovate and build in the crypto space. I've been watching the UK for a while. The reason why they want to be ahead of the crypto curve is because they understand exactly where this technology is headed. To me personally, when we really kind of look at crypto, listen, I have no doubt, I do believe that 100% crypto will be the future, specifically around finance and around the next major technological innovation that does happen even within the internet. I think that this is going to be much bigger than the internet. I think that this is going to be probably one of the biggest opportunities in our lifetime to be a part of. This is the revolution of the overall economic system, and I am very excited for what is about to happen. And when we really kind of look at things like this, it kind of proves the point on why we are a part of this market, why we are investing into utility gems. To me, going forward, utility will shine. Utility will matter. That 1% that's in this market that is utility based is going to really, not only make a lot of individuals rich, but it's going to surprise a lot of people as well. And I think that those tokens are like XRP, XLM, HBAR, QNT, etc. And also, talking about XRP, we did see this. Russia's top banks are switching away from SWIFT and now using an equivalent Chinese system called CIPS. EU and USA sanctions are pushing Russia into the Chinese financial ecosystem where the $80 trillion in Russia commodity reserves will be traded and supplied via Asia. And we do see down here Russia's top banks have started lending out yuan and transferring China's currency outside the SWIFT system. Interesting. We've been watching the BRICS for a while. They've been really kind of addressing the fact that they are working on new payment systems. And do you honestly think that this is a coincidence that just recently Russia just said that they want to do cross-border payments via crypto? It is not a coincidence at all. They are moving away from SWIFT. In my opinion, listen, we don't need SWIFT. And SWIFT, to me, SWIFT needs crypto. They need digital assets. If they don't innovate via crypto assets, guess what? They will fall and they will never rise again. They need to innovate with crypto because the efficiencies of cryptocurrencies is far too great to ignore. This is why I say SWIFT essentially is starting to crumble. They started to crumble all the way going back to, it was like February, March, where the sanctions first got put in place. From there, the BRICS have been moving rapidly on their new payment systems, as well as focusing on crypto as well. And if we do see down here, even after the Ukraine war, I very highly doubt that Russia is coming back to do regular banking and trading with Europe and the USA. It doesn't make sense for Russia to build up assets in euros or dollars ever again. SWIFT and USD weaponized. And we even do see down here, East commodity driven, West debt driven. Many are trapped in short-sighted gains when long-term, the question everyone should be asking, who will win the economic chess match? And yes, this is exactly what's happening. SWIFT and the US dollar for the longest time has been utilized as a financial weapon. This is a big issue. And I think all these other nations do understand this as well. That is why they are moving rapidly away from SWIFT. This is why I say, guess what? If SWIFT does not innovate further, they will fall behind. And this is also why I do believe that, recently when we did see this announcement from SWIFT, where it said, SWIFT Strategic Program Director Cross-Border Payments, Saskia DeVolder, I hope that I'm saying that name right, explores the challenges of cross-border payments and ways in which the domestic and international payment space can help make the experience frictionless. I do believe that this is on par with including crypto. Why? It's focused around instant and frictionless. Those are two key buzzwords that Ripple has utilized on a daily basis describing cross-border payments. Now, again, is this a coincidence? Sure, you could argue that it is. But again, when we looked at Swift GPI, they don't have instant settlement. Instant settlement is the big key here. Rapid payments is great if you want to just, focus on scalability. But it doesn't solve the big issue, which is settlement. Settlement is the key. That's why we look at the Nostro Vostro accounts that are well worth over $27 trillion by now. And it's a big issue. Freeing up that working capital, freeing up that $27 trillion and having on-demand liquidity is such a big innovation that nobody is really kind of paying attention to it besides the XRP community. Those that are a part of the XRP community understand it. They get it. The technological advancements of XRP overshadow anything that Bitcoin or even Ethereum could be a part of. This is why I always say, focus on the tech stack. Focus on the, overall utility cases that they have, created. I get it that in this space we have so many metaverse, NFTs, things like that. Like those use cases are great for retail application, but we should all be focused on the big money use cases here as well. And I do think that XRP with on-demand liquidity as a mechanism, I think that that is so revolutionary that you can't even put a dollar figure amount on it. It begs the question on, how much will XRP be worth? Because we can only speculate. I've seen the speculations of 10 to 100 to 1,000 to $10,000, like, some astronomical price, figures on it. And again, I know that once you kind of get over like the $100 mark, it's kind of like, is this realistic? But also think about it like this. What is the value of XRP if it is going to be utilized as the global bridge currency? Or I should say, the exchange, token behind all of these CBDCs, behind all of the money, if you will. Do I think that it is going to be utilized for all of the money? I think that it is a lower percent chance because, as a medium of exchange, I think that it's great. But I do think that DLTs alone, many of the ones that are extremely efficient, are going to be adopted in as well. I don't think that's going to be a one-size-fits-all. But I do believe that XRP, what Ripple has been doing, building connections with a lot of these central banks, XRP will play a vital role, and it's going to be, playing a substantial role as well. And talking about that, recently I made a tweet on Twitter, and I was actually talking about what the central bank's plan is. And we do see here, if you think central bankers will directly guide you in the right direction, read below a couple of times and then ask, why are all of the central banks accumulating gold right now? What do they know or anticipate is coming? Monetary reset of some sort is my best guess. And yes, this is exactly what we have been looking at. In fact, just 4 hours ago, Turkish central bank's gold reserves at a 2-year all-time high. Last year, they wanted citizens to sell their gold. That's the way the cookie crumbles. And I just tweeted this out recently, talking about the central bank's, secret plan. It's not really secret anymore. You could see this, rapidly unfolding before your eyes. CBDCs backed by gold, issued on efficient DLTs, utilizing a medium of exchange to transact. This is their plan. And like I said, that medium of exchange, do I think that XRP is the best, asset for this role? It is a very incredible asset. When you look at liquidity, it has solved the liquidity mechanism problem that has plagued the traditional markets for so long. Having these pre-approved payments in 2022 is absolute garbage. Listen, we are still working on rails that were in place for over 100 years. It's kind of, going back to the SEC lawsuit as well. We're utilizing the Howey test from the 1940s. It's comical, to say the least, that we are still, utilizing these argument points around a system, or I should say technology, that is extremely modern. This is new age technology that not only takes our, legacy systems to a whole new level, but innovates further beyond the means of anything that you could really kind of, perceive. This is why I say focus on crypto. Everyone that you talk to will tell you crypto is garbage. Crypto is a scam. Crypto is this. I don't trust crypto. I don't like crypto. Crypto is, utilized for, these thieves, these, criminals. It's just, take a step back and look at it from a logical perspective. The technology within this space is truly eye-opening. Being in crypto for a month, for 6 months, for a year, no matter the time frame, if you do your research long enough and understand the technology behind these assets, it will revolutionize the way that you think and perceive everything. And also, talking about Swift, they are not the only ones that if they do not innovate, they will fall behind and essentially crumble. The Fed, when we look at this report going back to October of 2021, I think that this was the moment that I really opened my eyes to why, not only the US needs to innovate further within crypto, but this also even goes to the, beginning start of this video where the UK was trying to be, the major choice for crypto building. The reason why they want to be a part of this is because, again, these governments need to adopt crypto in order to stay ahead of the ball game. I said this time and time again. You cannot have these foreign, countries adopting in crypto rapidly while you're, sitting here dragging your feet around, regulations without giving any sort of insight on it. And this is the international role of the US dollar. If we actually look into this, so let me actually so I think it's digital assets actually. So here is where they are talking about the digital euro, digital currencies themselves. So this integration could potentially be accelerated by enhancements to the EU's sovereign debt market infrastructure and introducing a digital euro. Additionally, the euro's prominent role in corporate and sovereign green finance could bolster its international status if these continue to grow. However, even with more fiscal integration, remaining political separation will continue to cause policy uncertainty. And this is where we do talk about the US dollar. Another source of challenges to the US dollar's dominance could be the continued rapid growth of China. This is why I say focus on the BRICS. If they are innovating within crypto, payment systems, guess who's also going to adopt them quickly, as well as move very fast on regulations? That's right, the US. That means going above and beyond the SEC and having Congress step in and have this entire market regulated in the sense of having, one, innovation not stifled, having these companies build out US-based payment systems, focusing on liquidity, focusing on instant settlement, and we all know which token is going to play the role within that aspect. But also, guess what? They need to remain the dominant currency. That's why when we look down here, On the next line, a shifting payments landscape could also pose a challenge to the US dollar's dominance. For example, the rapid growth of digital currencies, both private sector and official, could reduce reliance on the US dollar. This is why I do believe that they will move very fast on crypto. They cannot sit here and ignore the issue. And we do see down here, in sum, absent any large-scale political or economic changes which damage the value of the US dollar as a store of value or medium of exchange and simultaneously bolster the attractiveness of dollar alternatives, the dollar will likely remain the world's dominant international currency for the foreseeable future. And this is why I do believe that when we look at the US dollar, if they do innovate to have a digital dollar, I do believe that Ripple will play a vital role. We've actually just recently seen this as well with the digital dollar project. I think that when we look at XRP, it will be a medium of exchange for liquidity sourcing, and we could even see the US dollar, the digital US dollar, be issued out on the XRP ledger. And I also believe that Hedera will play a vital role in securing it because they are ABFT consensus mechanism, which is the highest grade of security. So when we actually look at that, all of these major players that we talk about on a day-to-day basis will play a vital role within the system. And I think that this is moving very rapidly now because this goes all the way back to October. And since then, a lot of things have not only spiraled out of control, but has moved very fast. And this is also talking about Swift. Swift has been falling behind. Swift has been crumbling. I've been talking about this for a while now. So when we really kind of look at crypto, guess what? The US, Swift, all of these major players have no choice. They have to innovate further. This is why I do believe that this year will be the pinnacle year where we did see not only the choice to further adoption of crypto within a government landscape, but also move forward on digitizing the US dollar and trying to compete with the BRICS nations as well as the foreign nations as well. Because again, it's not only BRICS. We even do see the UK. They want to move ahead very fast, and they have been focused on regulations for a very long time. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day, a beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out.